guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be setting up a wheat farm that is insanely fast and compact. I hope you guys are ready. Alright guys, so I know what you've all been waiting for, and that is, yeah, our horse is kind of up there. How did you even get up there? Oh, you went this way. Okay, never mind. Anyways, I know what you're all waiting for. You're waiting to see that giant thing that we built last episode and kind of see what I've done with it. So I did go ahead and build it because there's some other things that I planned on doing today, and that was not building this on camera because it kind of takes a lot of time to just build stuff when you guys can usually just see it and be like, oh yeah, that's how he did it. But we're going to go ahead, and instead of me just rambling on about how I would do it, but I'm going to go ahead and show you this, and let's go ahead and jump over there. Hopefully we can make it. That'd be super cool if we could make it in one jump. I think we can. Look at that. Okay, so I tried to make it look as best I could like everything else. So that's what I went with, and I kind of like it. I really do. So I set it up so I can actually see the skeletons going up the pipe, and I think that looks really good. And along with that wood, it actually makes this look functional, and you can see them falling down here. And you can it also continues to the inside where you can see everything as well. On this side, what I did was I expanded this out one, so that way I could have another wall on the back, and it would add more depth. So all this is doing is adding depth, and I just kind of chiseled out the wall, made it look like there was you know, some sort of chiseled blocks here, just to, like I said, give it more depth and detail, because just a wall by itself is not very detailed. Same on these pieces. Like, they look like they are, like, they just add detail. And you know, you just turn an eye. The only thing that needs to be done here is maybe add some bushes, add some foliage, you know, maybe add some vines and stuff like that. But let's take a look on the inside. This is where the magic is happening. Oh yeah, lots of skeletons, lots of noise. But right here, what we have is we have hoppers on all sides funneling into the middle hopper. There's a hopper in the center, and any stuff that gets stuck here will be sucked into any of the hoppers. So we're basically not littering onto the floor. And if these guys decide to die here, the drops are not on the ground. So but yeah, we can actually see all of the stuff happening here. If we were to stand, once we kill a few more, they'll come a lot faster. But as you can see, look at that. Hi guys, welcome to your demise. Yeah, slaughterhouse is what that's what it's going for. So yeah, all we gotta do is sit here, grind these guys up. And like, this has looting on it, so we have a higher chance of getting a few different things. But man, this is like, the only problem I'm having is the heads and stuff that like shoot out of here. They push you back. Like, his skeleton just flung out of here. I love it. That's super funny. Yeah, it is just going crazy. But yeah, this, I mean, I can get tons of levels from this, like early on as well. Just stand here, just taking these skeletons out. It doesn't take much either. Look at this, and we can clear these guys out pretty fast. And once it's cleared out, it's gonna fill right back up. I mean, it's that crazy. You see the stuff that's sitting on top here? That's because the hopper gets filled to its max. And all I'm doing currently, which I need to get a filtering system probably set up, but currently I'm saving up on bones, and I'm just trashing these. That's all I'm doing. Just trashing these. Oh, I have this open because I had to do some testing today. Apparently, somebody was saying that my rocket boots, or the rocket boots after the new update, weren't working. So I tested that on a new pair of rocket boots. It's working. It's just I have my hotkey set to V, and so like if I get some gunpowder, my rocket pants are working for me. So I don't know. So I did some testing with that, and I was like, oh, well, they seemed like they're working. So maybe it's just a use case. I don't know. I have no idea. Sometimes mods are weird like that, and sometimes they want to work, sometimes they don't. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to throw the bone that I currently have on me. Let me grab a stack of bone or something like that, a couple stacks. Because I want these to be converted down into bone meal. And the best way to get it converted down to bone meal would be to throw it in my system, which is made for bones. Now, I did have something happen that knocked these frames off. Yeah, a creeper decided to blow up back over here, and the explosion breaks the frames. So I was like, okay. You know, I almost wonder if it went inside this vacuum hopper, and if it did, it would have went in here. No, there's just a stone slab in here. I was gonna say, it would have went in here if that was the case, but it didn't. Strange. No idea. I'll have to worry about getting those set back up. But anyways, I do also want to show you guys the wood farm, and because you may be wondering, how am I processing wood? Well, I'll show you. It's not the prettiest setup. I do want to make it look nicer, and I think we'll make a better looking setup. But here is my current wood processing setup. And as you can see, wood has been processed. And it's probably actually lost a bit of wood, because I need to make this a double chest. Let's just make another chest here. Oh, there we go. See, like oak. We need to go oak farming. So we could do wood. We'll grab some oak. And I can just throw oak in here. And you can see it places it down because this isn't given a chance. Let me back up. This dispenser here is not given a chance to pick the block back up. So in this case, it can be used to pick the items up. Now the sawdust, I'm probably just going to throw that away. It's honestly, there's just too much stuff for the sawdust. Now the ironwood I'm going to keep, and probably the bark as well. But yeah, there's that. Let's get a chest. That's what I was trying to get. And there we go. We'll place another chest down here temporarily. This is going to be, like I said, this is my temporary setup for this stuff. So it's not what I want it to end up being. We're gonna probably have like a saw house. As you can see, it's super loud. Even out here, it's just super loud. But yeah, today I want to work on a wheat farm. Now you may be thinking, or just not even just a wheat farm. It's gonna be a wheat farm, carrot farm, potato farm, any kind of farm that can grow on a single crop. I know hemp will not work, so that will not be a thing. But this farm will work on any single crop, such as seeds and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to work on that today. We're going to make several different types of crops within this series. So I'm thinking of a few others. We're going to set up probably potato and pumpkin farm. We're going to have to figure out a way to set up an auto hemp farm, which should be similar to sugarcane in the way that it functions. And now these crops, I don't know if there's a good way to automate them. I really don't. I don't know what would auto right-click to drop these off. I mean, maybe Cork has something that would do that, but that would be the only thing I can think of is something to automatically pop like grapes and stuff like that off of the grapevines. But the main thing I really need is, of course, seeds. Or not seeds. I need wheat and then sugarcane. So those are the few things that I need, and then also hemp. We need a bunch of hemp as well. And yeah, getting that all set up. This is my current sugarcane farm. I've just been doing it manually, and making a big sugarcane farm usually works out pretty well for getting you tons of sugarcane early on. But I want something easier. I don't want to have to do that the whole time. But first, before we make sugarcane farms, which I think will be another episode, we're going to work on making a really compact, super easy to use wheat farm. And like, this is not going to take a lot of space. It's not going to wait for it to grow. It's going to be bone meal. It's going to use bone meal, and that's why we have a skeleton farm. So that way we can do that. So I need to figure out a place to put this. And it's not, like I said, not going to be very big. So probably down in one of these side areas would be nice. And you know what? I was thinking also maybe putting it inside here. So this is where most of our stuff happens. Maybe putting it down in here. But then I got to thinking, I was like, no, it'd just be super noisy. It'd be even more noisy than the current state that it's already in. So I'm thinking maybe right over here. Maybe in this area. Right, you know, since we have all this stuff going on over here, let's just turn this over here, maybe. Like right here. And do it right here. That would be perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and sleep, and we're gonna get started on this thing. All right, so a few blocks that we're going to definitely need. Let's go ahead and get rid of this because we don't need this in the way. Is gonna be, we're gonna need one comparator and then a little bit of redstone. So I'll grab some of my redstone. Oh, my comparator's right here. And then we need 3 dispensers. I think it's dispensers. Let me see. Should be just on the Minecraft page. I'm thinking it's dispensers, not block dispensers. Item dispensers. Maybe it's not called item dispensers. What is it called? Why can I not think of the block that it's called? Dropper. That's what I'm needing. I think. No, I need dispensers. Because droppers just spit the item out. I need just a normal dispenser. So, we have 2 recipes for dispensers. I think this is probably a cork recipe, and that's not supposed to be the recipe. I remember this was supposed to be disabled. But anyways, it's no big deal. We will make either one. It's just for this one, it just requires the latchet. So, do I have any dispensers? Doesn't look like it. All I have is the block dispenser, which is fine. I will go ahead and work on this. So I need 3 of those. And we need a couple bows. Throw those in there. And yeah, we're going to need 3 of these. Not that bow. Any other bow. Didn't I just make 3 brand new bows? Okay, they're right here. Not you. Not you. Oh man, the Yule longbow. I want to keep on here. Superior craftsman. Because I might be able to repair that. I don't know. Oh, have a brand new one right here. Power 3 Unbreaking 1. That's a really nice bow, actually. So yeah, this is the stuff we're going to need. The main things we're going to need. And then we're going to need some slabs. I'm going to take these slabs. And then we're also going to need some stone. Some stone brick. Where is it at? I'll use some cracked stone. A little bit of stone brick that we have over here. Let's make some more. Because we really don't need that much, to be honest. And a hoe is something we're going to need. And dirt. Also, bucket of water. In which we actually have a bucket of water. Surprisingly enough. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to figure out where this is going to be. And I'm thinking it's really going to look like a little outhouse. It's going to be a really small build. So right here is where I'm going to want to stand when I do this process of growing wheat. And we're going to build up. We're going to have a block here. And this is where our dirt's going to go for right now. Now this doesn't have to stay like this, where it's uncovered. We can actually do something with that later. But for right now, I'll show you guys just how to get it set up, and then we'll get this thing going. So right here, we're going to set up a couple blocks, in which this is where the beginning of our dispensers are going to go. 2 dispensers facing inward. Then we're going to have a dispenser facing outward. But first of all, let's get our redstone facing outward here. And we're going to have that redstone facing out in this direction into a comparator that's facing this way. Then the comparator is going to run the signal into another block like that. And this is going to basically carry the signal up. We're going to have a block here. This is going to be where the water sits. And back here, which I could have just put a block here because there's going to be a redstone signal going up into this block. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish this off first. So, block here, block here. Let's place our water. Super easy. We'll till our land here. Let's place a example block or a placeholder block. And that's where our other dispenser is going to go. Nice. Okay, so with that being done, All we have to do now is break this, because that was a block that we didn't necessarily need to be there. And we're going to run our signal up here and over the top of these blocks. Now, this will power this all on whenever we flip a lever. And I don't remember if I have to invert that or not. We'll find out here in a minute if I have to invert it. Yes. So invert the signal. That should, unless I broke something, unless it's facing the wrong way. No, it's not facing the wrong way. What did I do wrong? I think what I did wrong was this needs to be off. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, so right now, this should be powering on and off. At least it should be. It may not be. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I have to reduce the amount that it's going. I'm not hearing that click that I normally would hear if, you know, in case... Huh. I don't know. Let's throw some bone meal in here. We'll see if it's working. As long as it's dispensing, it may not be making the noise because there may be... Oh, I think we have that noise filter preventing the noise. That's why we're not hearing the clicking. Okay, that's completely understandable. Alright, let's grab all the bone meal. Okay, so it is working. We're just not hearing the clicking because we have the sound muffler over there. Completely makes sense. Okay, flip you off. Like, not flip you off, but like turn you off. And we'll throw some bone meal in here. Alright, and let's go ahead and cover the top, because we do have this pretty much done at this point. We just need to cover this right here. You don't have to cover the dispensers, but we are going to cover them. And then we're going to make this dark, like that. And you probably can already see what we're going to be doing here, and that is the block is going to grow. It's going to be broken because it's too dark in here. And we're going to go from there and see how well this works. So, let's get started here. All right. So I'm going to fill my inventory with everything else so that way when it does start working, we can see the wheat and seeds. Okay, so you can see it is working there. And you're supposed to just hold right click here. And it'll auto plant the seeds for you. Oh, as long as you don't have torches in your inventory. So yeah, you just stand here, right click, and look at that. Bam. So much wheat. And this will do this really fast, by the way, as you can already see. So anytime we need wheat, we can just, you know, do this. And it works. I don't know if this will work with another dispenser. So you can have one dispenser dispensing seeds itself, and the other one's just growing the wheat and stuff. But that's a very good possibility. And look at that. Then when you're done, flip it off, and you're ready to go. Right? Because these won't actually use bone meal unless there's something to bone meal. And this works perfect. So, now what we have to do, let's try and make this thing look a little bit better, you know? Because right now, it's not looking so hot. This is not the greatest looking machine ever built. So, maybe we can figure out a way to make this look a little bit better? I don't know. Let's start working on it. So, I think I changed my mind. I think I'm going to put this down here. And I think it would fit perfect. I am going to need a few more things. Actually, we probably have a bunch of stairs. Yeah, I totally do. I need to make sure my stairs are going to work out like I want them to. So right here is going to be the weird part, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a little weird going here. So what I might do... Huh. What can we possibly do to make this fit a little bit better? I mean, I could... Let me think for a second. I could probably place this down, because if I do another stair here, it's going to be very weird, to say the least. And if this is a solid block, it's going to be head bumping. So what we could probably do... Yeah, we can lift that up. That's not an issue. Perfect. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just have our solid stone brick here. So we'll take some stone brick. You'd think I'd have more of this stuff. I've used a lot of stone brick, though. So that makes sense. And I have more stone cooking, so that should help out a little bit. All right. So yeah, we're gonna almost bump our head here, but we're gonna miss it. And I'm coming down a little bit because I want. We have to have an open area under here, like a pretty good size open area, at that, to run all the redstone contraptions and stuff. So I think stepping down one more will suffice for that. Right? That should work. Alright, and then we'll fill in from here, because right now, keep mobs from spawning, because they definitely will. We'll definitely be able to put this thing down here. So let me go get it, and I'll rebuild it. So now that I have this moved down in here, and this does work now, I was thinking about doing this, like taking this and kind of covering up that dirt a little bit, and I can still right-click in here. It's just that the dirt is not fully exposed, so it doesn't look so ugly. I mean, if you consider that looks ugly, which I kind of do. But let's go ahead and we'll start building a few other things here. So I'm gonna take this just to kind of make this enclosed a little, so it doesn't look like it's just sticking out all over the place. Same there. And then on the sides, right here we're gonna have a wall, because this is going to actually be filled in. We just fill that back in with dirt. The dirt that we ripped out of here. And cover up all of our excess stuff. Same on this. We'll just cover that. Bam. Alright, so on these sides, the best thing to do is to use the excavator. And bam. We have all that filled out. We'll take all that. Any excess dirt you see in the wall, we're going to cover that and turn that into stone anyways. Same on the ceiling. So up here, you can see that is actually, we're going to fill this with slabs. That's what we're going to have to do, because this is actually part of the ceiling, part of the above ground area. All right, it's good to know, because I don't want to affect that too much. Actually, we may pull this out. Let's take this. Perfect. Okay. So let's start working on this. Let's get a little bit of this down, and what we're gonna do is we'll do half slabs here from this point, because I think that'll be fitting, and we'll run them there as well. So as we go down, we bump our head, you know, but that all's good. All right, and we'll have to put slabs here to make this blend in. But yeah, for right now, like I said, this is a little room. It doesn't need much space, and that's the crazy part, is the fact that it doesn't need like any space at all to work. And we can still effectively get our experience from here if any falls down in that area. And there we go. There's that. And one more will go here. And we have this little dungeon area. Because that's exactly what it looks like. A little dungeon room for gaining tons and tons of wheat. Which is exactly what we're going for. I mean, it all fits, because that way we can have wheat going into this farm. And there we go. Perfect. So right down into here, we do have water leaking. I'm trying to figure out, what is that coming from? Is that coming from here? It's coming from here. There's not really too much we can do about water being there, unfortunately. But yeah, this should all work. The only other thing is to change the floor. And that, we can turn it into that wood that we've been using for everything else. I think that will work out, because all we're doing is using ironwood for that. Perfect. We'll just get that all filled in there. Perfect, look at that ironwood. So, we're ready to go again. Let's get this and try this out again. It's super satisfying, actually. What seeds do we have? We have tomato seeds. I'll just do regular seeds for now. Like, all you need is one to start with. Turn this on. Oh, and not have, by the way, don't have torches in your offhand. And make sure you're using the seeds. There we go. Oh, that's super, super satisfying. To have them just pop back into your inventory. Look at that. Look how much wheat we've already gained. And I'm sure it's the same for seeds as well. And I think this one is like a 500 items per minute setup or something like that. It's a pretty high rate. So, and for such a small compact area, like using this in anybody's vanilla world, even modded world, like I'm gonna use this thing since I found out about it. I'm gonna use this thing for a while. This thing is phenomenal. As long as you have a supply of bone meal, anyways. I mean, because most people do have supplies of bone meal from any form of anything, like a farmer or whatever. Is our cows grown up? No, we have a bunch of babies here, so I think they're babies. No, those are regular cows. Nice, these guys are ready. This is the slaughter factory, so we can also probably set up an automated way of doing this. We could use the saw, I think, to auto kill them. If that was our thing, if we wanted to do that. But right now, this has looting 3 on it, so I'm taking advantage of that looting 3. And we are getting tons and tons of leather. Look at all this leather that I've built up. And I think this has only been like 4 or 5 rounds of breeding and slaughtering. It's not been that much. But yeah, this has worked out perfect. Look at all these guys. Oh, we have food, by the way, for a while. Food for a while. I'm also cooking it up here. Every time I've been doing this, I've been going back up here and dropping off the steak and cooking it down. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. And then our wheat I've been depositing here, so that way we can rebreed them, get them all going. Sometimes they take damage and we're losing a couple cows, so we may have to set up a piston or something that'll block off this area, so that way we can just breed them from there. Yeah, it's working out so far, and I can't complain. I do need to figure out something better for these torches. These torches look ugly where they're at. Just hanging out on the floor. Like, who does that? Ugh. Ugh, ugh. There, let's get rid of you. We don't need you like that. Oh, I wish you... Oh, you can't place torches on top of these. That's kind of something good to know. Alright, that'll work. That'll work, guys. I don't want to fall in here, by the way. Almost setting up a trap door is probably a good idea. Because if you were to accidentally fall in there, you're gonna be... Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble. Because there's not a good way to get out. Yeah, there's really not a good way to get out of there. So, what you can do is you can just set this here. Place a lever, or place a pressure plate. A pressure plate may work. We can use... We should probably use a wood one. So you can stand here and then breed them. And then when you're done, you can close it back up. So you don't accidentally fall into the hole, which would be a bad thing. You don't want to do that. That'd be a mistake. But yeah, looks really good. So yeah, we can just come down here. We can get our wheat whenever we need it. And guys, we are ready to go. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, guys, you know what to do. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. This has been super fun. And I will see you guys in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching.